What's going on, guys? We're back with another backyard simulator session. We're doing another subscriber requested course. This one today comes courtesy of B.A. Bowden. He or she has recommended a few of them, so I appreciate you for the suggestions, all the comments you've left, etc. Today we are doing, I'm going to butcher this name, but Orchardleigh Golf Club from Somerset, UK. So again, courtesy of B.A. Bowden, shout out to you. I did not look beforehand. I believe this is an 18-hole course, but we're going to give it a go. Hopefully, there's only men's and women's tees options, so hopefully it's a little bit easier than PGA Tour level courses. So I'm going to be aiming to be somewhere around even par by the end of it. We've got the Garmin Approach R10 behind me set up on a DIY level stand. Went to the driving range before, got it all calibrated and accurate. I feel like it's pretty good where it is. Country Club Elite mat that I'm hitting off of, some 10x7 nets, and Home Tee Hero within the Garmin Golf app that you're seeing on the screen. So, from Orchardleigh Golf Club in Somerset, UK, we're going to get started on the first hole, which is a par 4, 369. It's putting us out there towards the middle. It looks relatively open. There's some trees, but we're going to give driver a rip, see what happens here. Not too bad. I pushed it right, but at least we're out there. Looks like it's coming back just a little bit. That helps with the draw settings that I have my driver on. We'll actually take that 291. I didn't look at the elevation. We probably hit down into that a little bit, but like I mentioned before, the driver settings, I have it. This is a 9.5 degree turned up 1 degree to the higher loft. So at least with TaylorMades, I think for most of them, I know each of the manufacturers are a little bit different, but I know for TaylorMades, from what I've been told, if you turn the degree, or you turn the loft a little bit higher, turn it up, it closes the club face slightly, so puts more of a draw bias on the ball, and then vice versa, if you lower it, opens the club face a little bit, and if you're a notorious hooker of the ball, you'll be able to fade it a little bit easier. Second shot here, 79 yards. I'm just going to double check, make sure everything's going here. I think we're good. Hopefully I said that right. Plus, when you raise the loft on the club, it shuts the club face, so you can draw the ball easier. And when you lower the loft on the club with the adjustable head, it opens the club face and you can fade it easier. It kind of seems counterintuitive, but that's what I've been told, and it seems to work pretty good. So, second shot here. 79 yards, down 1, so we need 78. I'm going to give the 52 a go. 52 degree. Let's see if we can get this on the green here. Going to go about 75% or so. That was heavy, and I pulled that pretty far left. I don't think that's going to be on the green. Is it? It is. We got lucky. That was a soft bounce. Par to start it off. We'll take that. Second hole, par 5. Looks relatively straight. We got bunkers. A little bit of a dog leg left. So, yeah, we got a right to left layout here. We're hitting up 7, so this is going to play about 7 yards shorter. We could use another 290 yard drive here. It's going to play closer to 280. That was high on the club face. That was popped up and to the right. Bad tee shot. Good one on the first one, bad one on the second one. 225. That's abysmal. Granted, I think we've had some. I've literally popped it up and over with on the very top of the club face, hit directly under the ball. It's been up and over this net somehow with the driver, so at least it's not that bad. But 225 off the tee, not great. We got 250 left. I'm gonna give the 3 hybrid a go. To really catch a hold of one here with the 3 hybrid, I try to play it on course to about 250, 260. I've got it to about 270, 275 when I really flush one on course. So if we really hit one good here, it'll be a little long, but that likely won't happen. So that was hit pretty good. That should get close. It was straight too. We will take that all day long. 249 off the deck. I didn't check because we had so far away. I didn't check about the slope if we were hitting up or down into that green, but I'd assume it wasn't a whole lot. Birdie though, so that puts us 1 under through 2. Third hole, par 3. Pretty long par 3. So we've got 214 down 4. So we're looking at 210. We've got water pretty much all along, so we've got most of the water short left, but we also have it long left past those bunkers. So we're just going to go a little bit right here, right side of this green. And for club selection, 210, 215, if I hit a good 4-iron, that's there. The 5 hybrid is about 220-ish, which might be a little much, but I think I'm going to do that. So far, I've had a little more consistency. 4-iron is generally not great for me, consistency-wise. On course, I'll generally opt for a 200-yard shot, take about 10 or 15 yards less, and hit my 5-iron. And since we have water short left, I'm going to go the 5 hybrid, and we'll take it if we're a little bit long. That was low and to the right. Plus we aimed right too, so if we aim straight, we're long there. That's about what I expect this to be off the deck. That was 220, 224 off the deck. If we aimed actually straight to where it had us, that might have caught the green, but that's what happens when you take a certain line to avoid water and whatnot. But 19 yards, plus call it another 2 because of the 10% reduction. So we need about 22 yards here. Gonna go 60 degree. It was straight. We'll see what happens. Decent shot there. We'll take that. Got tees all over the place. We'll take the par. Just to add on to that line that we took on that one. I've explained it before in the past, but to me, I aimed right on that one to purposely avoid the water, and then I pulled it right, so it doesn't really help. But in my opinion, aiming right like that to avoid the water is the same thing as just on course. You would just take a line to the right of the green. I would just aim that way. So in my opinion, it's basically the same thing. It's not exactly as cheesy or as unrealistic as some might believe if you're kind of taking certain lines. I would agree if you're a really bad slicer or like pull hooker of the ball, then it could be, you could use that more so to your advantage. But if you play it relatively straight like I try to do, that's just similar to the line that you're trying to take on course. So 4th hole, ooh, this is tricky. We got a bunch of water there left, so again, and we've got trees. I'm gonna aim, I might even go further. There's a good chance we catch some of these trees, but I'd rather be there versus the water. We're aiming 271 up there, 275. The hole is only 293, so we're gonna try to get as much distance and as close to this green as possible. Most likely we're gonna have to go either through these trees, which is gonna kill some yardage off the tee shot, or second and third shots possibly have to mess with these trees, but That was towards the right. Hopefully it's not in the water. We got lucky. Not the best swing there, but I think we're clear of those trees, and we're somehow 29 yards in front of the pin, right in the middle of the fairway. So we're gonna go 56 degree. Need about a 30-yard shot here. That was left. Hopefully it's a decent distance. +1, we'll take that all day for another bird. All right. Off to a decent start, but as a lot of these rounds go, sometimes we play better on the front and then it just falls apart as we get going, so we'll see. 2 under through 4 though. 5th hole, par 4, 353. It's aiming us 262 plus down 7, so we're gonna get some extra yardage out of this tee shot. I think right about there should be good. Again, there's some trees up there we might get into trouble with, but that wasn't great. That was high on the club face, more towards the toe. That definitely wasn't 100% on that one. It's coming back a little bit for us though. Maybe I should try to do that more often, play it more towards the toe and put even more of a draw on it. But avoid some of the notorious misses and slices to the right. So, we caught a fairway. That'll help with the stats at the end. We've got 85 yards, down 2. So we need 83. I'm gonna go right about 75% or so on the 52. That was straight, and I struck it decent. Hopefully it's not too much. All right, decent shot there. Getting a little bit better feel for the wedges. That could easily go downhill though. Those are famous last words. I believe, B.A. Bowden, it was you that put a comment asking about my thoughts with the RCT balls and the recent updates. I mentioned it in another video, at least one other one, maybe 2, that at least for me, I may be in the minority, but I'm not a huge fan of having to buy separate balls just for the simulator or putting like reflective tape on the outside, although that may be an option and seems like a better, cheaper route to go. But for me, the biggest appeal is just coming out here and using the balls that you would on course. If I lose some in the woods, I can just grab another one. Don't have to worry about $65 per dozen RCT balls that are going to get beat up and only used out here. Plus, friends can come over, and if they use a certain ball, they can use that. But to me, that seems a lot more appealing and realistic when you compare it to the R10 versus GC quads and TrackMan's just using whatever balls you have and you get good numbers. I understand people want super accurate numbers, and if the reflective tape or those balls can do it with the spin, then more power to them, and I guess it's a net positive if they can do that. But for me, I'll probably just stick to these current weather settings, and if the spin's a little off, the spin's a little off. You'll have to let me know though, B.A. Bowden or anyone else out there, if you've tried RCT balls with reflective tape, if you notice a difference, if you prefer those, what the case is. I'd be curious to know. 6th hole, par 4, looks pretty straight. We're gonna grip and rip the driver right out there. For me, I think it's all around a good thing. The more options that Garmin gives you in order to get the most accurate numbers as possible, the better. So you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do. If you want to leave the settings as they are for the course, and then use maybe RCT balls to get them closer, or if you want to use custom settings with the weather settings like I do, and just use regular balls, or maybe if they come out with something in the future, somewhere in between. I think it's better the more options you have. Let the user decide what works best for them. That was pulled left. Pretty poor tee shot there, but we got 259 out of it. Luckily we made it through those trees, so I think we have a shot here. That's what I get for talking too much and not focusing. 154 up 4, so we got 158 plus, call it another 15, 16, 17 yards maybe, because we're in the rough for the 10%. So 158, 168. We're looking at 173-ish, right around there, maybe 175. I'm gonna go 8 iron. Usually on course that's about 170, 175. There's potential that we come up a tad short here, but I think the 7 would be too much. See if we can get a nice smooth swing here on the 8. Pulled it a tad left, but it was a decent strike. We might catch those trees. Not sure if we did. $16 yards up 1, so this is going to die a little bit when it hits, plus call it another 2 yards. So we need right around 20 yards. I'm going to go 60 degree. Left once again, hopefully that's not too much. Just a tad long and left, but I believe we're in that inner circle for a +1. And it is. Squeak out another par, grab some Gatorade quick. All right. 7th hole, par 3, 152, down 1, 151. So that's kind of between, it's not really, kind of between a strong pitching wedge soft 9. I'm gonna go, it's not even really that much of a soft 9, it's kind of a smooth 9. Usually on course I play my 9 to about 155, 160. So 151 isn't a whole lot off of this. I'm just going to try to put a smooth swing on here. If I hit it fat, we still might come up short. Decent strike, started a little bit left. A little bit long, a little bit left. That's right at that 158 number. That's right where I expect to be on course. So accuracy wise and how that felt, I'm pretty happy with that shot. Good job, Garmin R10. Eighth hole, par 4. Relatively straight, maybe a tad left to right layout wise. Got a bunch of trees on this one though. So it's aiming us 262. I think I'm going to go a little bit further. I don't mind that line because it's right on the edge of those trees. Hopefully we can carry all those. From what I've seen, those RCT balls are back ordered and have been for a little while, so even if people did want to use them, I'm not sure you could, but I'd be curious to know what percentage of the R10 users actually do those. I believe Mevo maybe is another one that I remember seeing videos. I think that's the one that changes the numbers from italics to just like regular numbers with the spin numbers if you use the dots or the RCT ball. So decent shot. I'd assume that's going to leak a little bit to the right. Not much, actually coming a little left. That definitely started right, so 295 though, we'll take that. It has seemed like I haven't noticed a whole lot of differences with the 4.3 update. The biggest one is not having to wake up the R10 basically every hole or every other hole, which is nice. Garmin fixed that, but I have noticed, it could just be because my back is a little bit fresher, maybe I'm just swinging it a little better, but the driver seems to be a little more accurate distance wise. I felt like before it was a tad short. Lately I've only played a couple rounds with this recent update, but it seems to be a little bit better even without the metallic balls or whatever. Not sure if they just adjusted maybe this reading or the ball speed or whatever, the spin, maybe just dialed it back just a little bit to get a little more distance out of it. So it's tough though. I don't know, some of the stuff I can only go with what I'm seeing, so it could just be that I'm swinging it better or different on a given day. But if I notice a pattern, and if other of you guys out there that are playing and have an R10 are seeing the same thing, then I know that's probably the case. But kind of just going by what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing day to day. 121 down 2, so we need 119. Not sure if that 2-yard slope of down is closer to me or closer to the green, so this could roll out a little bit when it hits. But either way, I'm gonna go choke down pitching wedge. That was heavy and a little bit left. I don't think that's gonna get there. Did we just make it? Wow, that was generous. We just caught the green on that. I got a good amount of mat on that when I hit that one. Moving right along, 9th hole, par 5. We're 2 under. Long par 5, 545 yards. See if we can squeak out at least a par here. At least maybe even a birdie, but I guess even with the bogey we'll be 1 under for the 9. Don't want that though. So we're gonna aim. We're hitting down 8 yards, which is gonna help yardage wise. We're gonna go right about there. Stay as much safe from that water as we can. I was liking those orange tees. There's one over here. There's 3 of them over here, 4 of them over here actually. It's the problem I've mentioned. I need one of those tea cloth things that will prevent the tees from flying all over the place. I feel like these orange tees are better. They're not quite as long as the ones that I use on course, so with the rubber backing here, it seems to be a good tee height. But the problem is I don't have that many of them. I don't even know where these came from, so after a couple holes they go flying all over the place. I'm gonna have to start using different tees. That one started straight, but it's at least felt like it was going to turn over towards the left. Not a terrible strike. Didn't launch it as high as I would have liked to though, but 284. I think we were, what'd I say, 8 yards, so that was closer to like 275. We're in the rough unfortunately though, so that's going to tack on another 27, 28, 30 yards because we are a couple yards into the rough unfortunately. So 274 left plus the 25 yards, call it. We're over 300. I'm gonna go 3 hybrid. 0% chance we make it to the green, but hopefully I should just double check. Doesn't look like anything to get us in trouble. No water up there, so I'm gonna grip and rip the 3 hybrid. Make up as much of this yardage as we can, and then hopefully have a short to mid wedge left. started right, but I got a hold of that one. Ugh. I think it hit the rough and then bounced into the bunker. So that definitely killed some yardage, but 194 plus call it 25 yards, that was about 220. That would have rolled out a lot more on course, but I feel like I actually hit that one decent. That's the one thing I really like about, I pretty much have, the irons that I use are TaylorMade Rocket blades, but it's basically the RBZ line. And then over the summer I basically added these, at this point they're like 10-year-old, the original RBZ Rocket balls, hybrids and driver to the bag. And it really does feel like, compared to other clubs that I use, that one I could definitely feel it. It really does feel like the ball jumps off the club face, which I like. So unfortunately we're in the bunker, and although it says 20%, from my experience it is more than that. Granted, I haven't hit out of a bunker, luckily, since the new update, so maybe they changed it, but from what I could tell before, fairway bunkers like this, although it says 20%, it was playing closer to like 30, and the greenside bunkers, they were also 20%, but those were playing closer to like 40% reduction. So I think I'm gonna add about 30% onto this one. So 80 yards up 3, so we're at 83. 20% would be 16, so we'll call it 24. So we're right around, that's 103, 107. I'm gonna go choke down pitching wedge. We'll see if the little bit of the wonkiness out of the bunker remains true. I've mentioned it before, I don't have a huge issue with them actually it playing longer than it really is, but it would be nice if they just told you if it was actually 30 or 40%, just do that. Granted, I know it's a lot easier to hit off a mat than a bunker, but somewhat still of a guessing game, at least from what I've noticed. Oh, that was straight but really thin. That might be off the back of the green. See, that one, I don't know. That one that was definitely way longer than, it showed 80, but we were in the rough, so that should have been 96 according to them. That was definitely longer than that. That was like, from what that felt, a good 120. So bunker is still a good amount short compared to what it says. 10th hole, par 3, 192, down 9. So we're looking at 183. That's between a 7 and a 6. Closer to a 7. 7's about 180, 6 is about 190. So we're gonna go 7. Maybe shut down the club face just a tad. See what happens. Probably a smarter play to take the 6, swing a little bit smoother, but hung it out to the right. It should be close distance wise though, I would think. It was kind of low. Looks like it's coming back just a little. We'll take that. I showed 186. Did I do my math wrong on that? What did I do there? 186 and it was still short. I might have had a brain fart there, calculating that yardage. Either way, we're still 2 under, so 11th hole, par 4. This is a tricky tee shot here. We've got a bunch of trees, so I want to be right about there. And we've got water. I guess we'll take that line. We're hitting right over these trees, so this could be easily turn into a blow-up hole if we catch those trees going over. And we gotta take a stroke, if not 2 or 3, getting out of there, but was struck decent, but it was low and left. Yep. That sucks. Oh man. Plus we're gonna have a penalty stroke and we're gonna have to mess with these trees again. Here goes the scorecard. Alright, so it's laying us up 92 yards, but we have water there. Can we go? Those trees, these are out of bounds. Do we have, no, we got this bush in front of us. Can we go there? We could go that way, I suppose. The smart play is just to go here. I guess we'll do this and take our medicine. So right there is 93 yards, up 4, so 97 plus call it another 10, so we need 107. I'm gonna go punch 5-iron, see what happens. Gonna choke down, play it way back in my stance, cut off the follow through. Started right, that should be good. Might be a little too much, but that's what we were looking for. And I think we're in between these trees, so we should have a look at it here. Although we got to get over that ravine in the middle, or that river, whatever it is. So 186 down 4, so we're looking at 182 plus, we'll call it 20 yards. So we're looking at 202. Could be 200. So that should be right in the wheelhouse of the full actual regular swing 5-iron. On course, it's a 200 club for me. Oh, my foot slipped. Hopefully that's not in the water. +3. Triple bogey, yikes. There goes the scorecard. So we were 1 into the trees, penalty stroke for 2, hitting 3 out, 4 up, and then 5, 6, 7. Jeez. Alright, so from 200 to +1 now. 12th hole, par 5. What are we looking for the layout? Looks pretty straight but narrow. Do we have room? Yeah, we got room past that because we're hitting down 11 yards, so this is going to add a good amount to this drive. Hopefully we can keep this straight. Man, that's frustrating. You got a decent score going, and then one hole can just bring you from red numbers. Now I'm +1. I didn't even make it to the net. You guys might have to watch the slow-mo on that. I topped it so bad. Topped it so bad the ball hit the mulch before it even made it to the net. Ay. Grab some Gatorade, reset here a little bit. Crazy how I can go from hitting at 290 yards to however much that was, like 100 yards, however far that went. Plus we got trees to mess with, multiple trees, and we're 330 yards away, so I'm not even going to move anything. I'm just going to grip and rip the 3 hybrid and see what happens. struck it decent, but it was low. And I think we caught at least 1, 2, 3. Caught 1 to 3 of those trees, unfortunately. And it looks like we're gonna have to do it again. So we've got 3 of these short trees plus this big one that we're gonna go right through or over, and I don't know if we're gonna get up and over that, so I think I'm gonna go there. Hopefully put a little bit of a left to right spin on this ball, try to fade it a little bit, catch the right or the left side of this green. So 179 down 19, that's pretty crazy. So that puts us at 169, 160, but then we have the 16 or 17 yards to add on because we're out of the rough. So we're at 177-ish. I'm gonna go 7 iron. I'm gonna open my stance a little bit. This is usually famous last words because I can barely even hit the ball straight, let alone try to shape the ball, but we're gonna try to. That definitely went to the right, but it started right. Certainly did not catch all of it, and we may have hit one of those trees, I'm not sure. We got it relatively close though, but this is going to be probably another ugly score here. 15 yards down 1, so we got 14. Luckily no shortage here as we're in the fairway. I'm gonna go 60 degree. A chip in would be greatly appreciated. Oh, and that's super thin. We might get lucky, but that was really bad. Nope, we did not get lucky. Right off the back of the green. At least the R10's accurate. Well, going from bad to worse. We've got even further now, going back the other way. We've got 17 yards, up 1, plus call it another 2, so we're right at 21. I'd do it again. That was generous. That shot was even worse. Luckily I hit about 10 inches behind the ball on that, so it killed it, but gotta love golf sometimes. Now we're +2. See if we can get a couple birds here, the last few holes. 13th hole, par 4, 349. We're gonna aim right there. We've got relatively straight, but a slight dogleg right. Could use a good drive here to get back on track. Gonna pat down this mulch best I can, hopefully prevent my feet from slipping out. That was a little bit better, but it was still off the bottom of the club face towards the heel. That was pretty low. At least it's in the fairway though. Alright, see if we can stick this green here. 101, up 2, so we need 103. Gonna go choke down pitching wedge. That should be decent. I don't know about that one. That may have been a misread. That felt longer than 78 yards, but tack on another stroke, unfortunately. All right, 24 yards up one. We got 25. I'm gonna go 56 degree after those two abysmal 60 degree shots. Pulled it left, but that should at least be on the green, I think. +1. 14th hole, par 5. Orchardleigh, or Orchardleigh here. The back nine's chewing me up. We're gonna go right about there, see what happens. Off the heel and left again. What did I say at the beginning? Start off good and then we fall apart on the back. And speaking of back, my back is definitely feeling the fatigue. Swing's getting sloppy, consistency's going downhill. 269 left, long way home, plus another 26, 27, 28 yards because we're in the rough. So 3 hybrid to the rescue. Low and sprayed it to the right. We got the military golf going. Left, right, left, right, left. All right, 80 yards up 3, 83. We're gonna go 52 degree. Choke down about an inch or so. I struck it good. I don't think I put enough on it though. But yeah. That's the issue I sometimes get into when I'm trying to get cutesy, fancy, whatever you want to call it, by choking down on the clubs. That was a decent swing, but I could just tell I either needed more club there, I just didn't swing hard enough at that. Cost us a stroke, unfortunately. Now we've got 16 yards up 1, so this is going to die just a little bit when it hits. We're going to go 60 degree. We'll see. If I thin this one off the back of the green again, this might be done for the day. It might be not only going into the bag, it might be going into the woods. Get a little club toss going. Pulled it left, but that should be on the green. Probably a little long. Bogey. Oh boy. All right. 15th hole, par 4. Dogleg left. Hitting down 11, 12 yards there. Come on, driver. I'm not even looking for 290 like those first couple. I'm looking for like 260, 270, just somewhere in the fairway. Pushed it right. Hopefully it comes back. I don't know if it will. It looks like it is a tad. All right. We were hitting down into that fairway, but 291 is 291. At least that's what I'll tell myself. Unfortunately, we're about a yard or two or three, or a couple yards, whatever it is, 5 yards or less off of the fairway, so that's not going to help the stats at the end. Plus, we got to add now another 14 or 15 yards or so on top of this. So we've got 141. 10% would be 14, just over 14. We'll call it 15, so 151, 156. Gonna go 9 iron. That was pretty thin and left. Is it coming back a little? Got lucky there. Not a great strike. I'll blame it on the uneven mulch. Has nothing to do with how I'm playing or how I'm swinging it. Sixteenth hole, par 4, 396. It's aiming us 260 up 16. So this is going to hurt the ego, however far this goes. I would like to see, we're hitting up 17, so if I hit it 275 on average, this is going to be about 260-ish. Hopefully we're somewhere 250 plus here. Started right again. Should be out there though. Not quite 250, 246. Granted, we were hitting up 17, but still. That means that was only about 265, 270 or so on a flat fairway. 151 plus we called another 16, so we're at 161, 167. From how we've been swinging it, that's between a 9 and an 8. I'm gonna go smooth 8. Club up just a little. Pulled it left and it was low and thin. I don't think that's gonna get there. Keep playing like this, I might have to start bringing out some beer while I'm playing. At least help to ease the pain. "25 yards, and we're just in the rough, so we need another 2 or 3 on top of that. So we're around 27, 28 yards. I'm gonna go 56 in my head. play this to about 30 yards and just take a tad off of it. That was thin and left. Hopefully that stays on the green. All right, 2 holes left. 17th hole, par 3. 156. Should be a smooth 9-iron. On a good day, this would be long, but not striking it super well, to say the least. So, a nice smooth 9-iron swing should get it there, or at least close. Thin and right into the bunker. Hopefully that plane's going over to save me from this round. Not even the round, just the back 9. The front 9 wasn't even that bad. Oh, so we hit the bunker and went through it, so we're in the rough. So we got 13 yards and then 10%, so we need to call it another 2. We need 15 yards. I'm gonna go 60 degree. That should be decent. That has a chip in potential. Nope. I was thinking if I got a chip in with the 60 degree, at least it would make up for one of those scold shots right over the back of the green. '18th hole, par 4, up 12. We've got water to deal with on the second shot. We're gonna aim right about there. At this point, we're +4. The back 9's abysmal, so I'm gonna swing out of my shoes on this one with the driver. I didn't exactly swing out of my shoes, but I hit it decent. So with the slope, that was like 277-ish. I think it was 12. I said I was going to swing out of my shoes right before I hit that. I figured I probably don't want to injure my back or something by doing something stupid, so I took a little bit less off of that, but 188. Alright. And it looks like that water's not really in place, so we're going to go 6-iron. Hope we hit this green and get out of here with a pretty abysmal back 9 score. That was struck decent. It was a little bit low, but it was straight. Alright, a tad long, but we'll take that. Par to finish it off. Don't really want to see this, although we were in the 70s, but from Orchardleigh Golf Club and from Somerset, UK, courtesy of B.A. Bowden. Shout out to you. I appreciate the suggestions, all the comments you leave, all the support for the channel. We ended up with a +476, so front 9 was actually pretty good. We were 2 under, pretty clean scorecard, all pars and 2 birdies. And then the back is where you know what hit the fan. We ended up with a 42, which is a +6. No birdies on the back. We were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pars, 3 bogeys, and then a triple on 11, which really killed us. That was tough with the penalty stroke. That was the one with the penalty stroke into the trees, I believe. As for the stats, 7 out of 14 fairways somehow, which is honestly not terrible. We want to be at least 50%, and that's right at 50%, so we'll take that. And then also right at 50% is the greens and regulation, so we'll also take that. And then 30 putts across 18 holes, so creeping up towards that 2 putts a hole. I'd like to be ideally closer to 1.5, 1, but from how I played the front versus the back, I guess we'll take those stats and that score. We kept it under 80, plus 476. We definitely played worse. Probably on a day where I was swinging a little bit better, we could have been closer to even par, if not under, but it is what it is. Again, shout out to you, B.A. Bowden, for the recommendation. I appreciate it. If any of you out there that are watching this want me to play maybe your home course, maybe a course in your area, maybe a famous course, a private course that you've never been able to play, or you know, one of those landmark style courses like Pebble Beach I need to play, maybe Augusta, even St. Andrews again, something that I'll even replay something that I've played and maybe do something slightly different, play from a different tee box or whatever you guys want me to do. So let me know, get creative. If you have anything you want me to do and you guys would like to see on a video, let me know. But until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next course.